So today we are talking about card number 21, the wisdom of natural hair, which goes go within. And we can see that she's also making the silence sign, be quiet and go within. I think this is a call to just go within and meditate on things. Go within and reconnect to yourself, your true self. You know, we have this outer shell that we like to present ourselves a specific way, do certain things and connect with the world. And then we have the call to connect with the world within, with who we are. And this is a connection that we can all establish, and sometimes we even move away from a connection because we are too focused on our connection to others, our connection to the world, rather than the connection to our own self. This is a card that's really linked to meditation, in the fact that we need to go and look at what is within ourselves. We can look at the things that we like, but also look at the things that we don't like, the things that we are categorizing, that we are analyzing to say, is this something that's serving me, or is this something that is not serving me? Is it something that's constructive or not constructive? Identifying the things that don't serve us, so we can, clean up all of that mess and replace it with something that's going to nourish us, something that's going to help us get to where we need to go, and that's going to also make our experience much more enjoyable. We say that everything starts from within before it is actually expressed without to a certain point. Okay, and so this call for an internal connection is really for you. When is the last time you took a break and to just think of yourself, think about what you want, not what your family wants, not what people are expecting out of you, but you. What is bringing you joy? What is the thing that's motivating you? What is the back project that you wanted to finish, the thing that you may not sometimes sleep at night thinking about it? What is that? What are the things? Who are you? What is your goal in life? That's the type of questions that will fit in when you are trying to attempt to reconnect to yourself and make sure that you're always aligned with those purposes when you know what they are. And if you don't know that you are, if you don't know but want to, that you take the time to do this self-introspection so you find out what the keys are. Now, in terms of your hair, it is kind of the same way. We have the outer portion of our hair where we can do elaborate styles where, we can blow people and amaze them with what our hair can do, how we present it and what it looks like. But here is really a call to say, what is your internal connection with your hair? Beyond the glams and glamour and looking fresh and looking fine and having swag and all these different things, what is that inner connection? How do you connect to your hair? And I've made another video already on energy and natural hair, which I will link somewhere, to say that sometimes you have access to information from your hair. So if that's the type of information you are actually interested in, it's just at your own access. There's no tricks or a fantastic thing that you need to do in order to access that information. It only takes you to be at a quiet place and be open to receive the information. Be open to ask yourself, what is your hair telling you? You can just go in a quiet room and ask yourself, what do you want to tell me? And just be open to the answers. See, is your hair telling you different things when you are in a different environment? Whether it is at a party, whether it is around certain people, where it is next to a baby, whether it is when it's cold, when it's hot, when it's sweaty, when it's raining. What is the messages? What is the communication and the connection that you do have with your hair? And if you don't have any, are you willing or you're interested in establishing a connection where you can actually start, receiving the messages, interpreting the messages, and using them so that they can actually serve you? This is something that you need sometime to do, repeat several times in order to make it second nature. You don't have to consciously have to sit down and say and ask your hair, what's going on. But immediately when you will get in different environments, you will get this kind of feelings. And I've mentioned this before, when you look at the hair that's in the rest of your body, that hair sometimes when it is really cold, you will start getting chills. So it's a physical, visible way of you looking at your hand and seeing that your hair are raised up because it's cold. But at the same time, even without looking at your hand, you already feel cold. You already have that information and knowledge from within, because your hairs on your hand will capture that information to let you know that it's cold, send it to your brain, and you will know that. And it's kind of the same exact process with your hair. The only difference is that we are much more socialized to learn how to respond to this hair. When you're getting close to something that's hot, you are, immediately pulling away or immediately capturing, knowing how to interpret that information. When it comes to our natural hair, we are less so. We're not really trained and open to do that, and it's oftentimes something that we have to do on our own, ourselves, for those of us who are interested in doing that. And so it really starts with just being quiet, feeling, are you able to feel every single hair when every single hair on your head is moving around? Which direction is it moving? Where is it placed in your head? Those are small steps that you can take, questioning yourself, observing yourself, feeling yourself, closing your eyes and really diving into the world within yourself, where you kind of see, okay, what information are you trying to tell me today? What information are you trying to tell me about this environment, about this room, about the people around me? And as you do these exercises and you see, how your hair reacts when you're close to certain people, how your hair reacts when your partner is touching it, your natural hair, that is, how is that connecting with that other person when the other person is touching your hair? The same way sometimes someone is touching you without your knowledge, and you figure it out, because you get the information from your hair being touched. And sometimes it can be just, somebody grabbing onto you, or somebody just touching really slowly, almost without you feeling any pressure on the hair itself, or somebody just coming close. It's the same way when somebody's coming close to you in your back, you kind of feel that person's energy, and you turn around, Or even when somebody's staring at you and somebody's not necessarily in front of you, but you may feel a presence lurking at you, and also turn around. So those are just intimate things that you can start doing when you're reconnecting with yourself, taking it from a place of inward, going inward and really figuring out what is in there, what needs to be reviewed, what is serving, what is not serving, what is missing, what are we lacking, what information we can access that can help us. How can we strengthen the connection that we do have with ourselves, strengthen the connection that we do have with our hair, beyond just making it look pretty or making it look beautiful, beyond just nourishing it, actually seeking and going for a fuller experience of who we are in this body, within this body, and not just with the world and the people around us. So this was a talk about card number 21 from the deck The Wisdom of Natural Hair, which is go within, explore the connection that you have with yourself and the connection we have with your own hair. If you would like to get a copy of the deck, I'll put a link here and information in the description box below. And I will love to hear what you think about this concept of going within and connecting with your own hair and connecting with yourself from within, rather than outwards with other people. Thank you for having been with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. La 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 la.